Yeah, let's do some shooting. And there she is. Feels very well made. 5 shots in 2 seconds at 3, 5, 7, and 10 yards. Somebody is gonna win a Traeger right now. Oh God, this gun! I want to just throw it. One in the chamber. How about that? Hey everybody, welcome back to the Concealed Carry channel. I'm Grant McLean. Today we have a unboxing for a gun that has been requested a while back, but more so it was just kind of difficult getting it. And what I'm talking about here is the Smith Wesson SD9. It's a very budget-friendly gun, so they sell out quite quickly. But I'm excited to show you what comes in the box with this gun, a few of my first impressions, of course, and then we're going to follow up on part 2 of this review with a range review and a look more in-depth at the features and benefits of the pistol, things that I would consider if I was somebody looking to purchase this gun. Before we jump into the review, I of course want to say thank you so much to our Patreon supporters. If you'd like to be a Patreon supporter, visit our comment section below and you can get a link to our Patreon page, and you can see exclusive content, get entered in for our quarterly giveaways. We just did a quarterly giveaway for a Sig Sauer P320 FCU, and we are going to be doing another giveaway for the 4th quarter of 2021 for a Sig Sauer P365 FCU. So we got some awesome prizes. They're always $200 or more every quarter. I do want to say thank you to Northwest Armory. They have been awesome in the channel, so let's be awesome them. Visit nwarmory.com if you need anything. And also visit xhunttargets.com if you want to get some of the awesome reactive targets that you'll see us use on our channel here. They are primo. Without further ado, let's go ahead and do the unboxing portion of this review to show you what you would be expecting to get with this gun if you were to purchase it for yourself. So it's going to come in this pretty plain Jane Smith & Wesson cardboard box. This isn't anything abnormal. Even if you get the more expensive like M&P 2.0s, they're going to come in a cardboard box too. So not quite appropriate for transportation. So I would keep in mind as if this is something you're going to get. Maybe, you know, look at getting like a case or something like that. Inside the box, you'll see here the pistol up top and the little blue bag. There we are. Inside the pistol, you're going to get a 16-round magazine. There's a little compartment in the box here, which is going to have some other goodies for you as well. So you have another secondary 16-round magazine, of course, your cable lock, and then your paperwork. But no sticker. Let's go ahead and take a look at this other SD9 VE that I also brought into the video. And the reason why I did that is if you go on Smith & Wesson's website or you go into a dealer and they actually have somewhat of a decent selection of these to choose from, you'll see that there's a ton of different variants of this gun. And I did decide to purchase this gun because we're going to be using this kind of as a use and abuse type of gun. See how it holds up, you know, for a very budget-friendly option out there on the market. So I have this other SD9 VE, and the VE stands for Value Enhanced, but what does that mean? Like, what are you not getting is kind of the question I would ask is, okay, well, if you have an SD9 and then you have an SD9 VE, what am I missing? And it's kind of interesting because you're not really missing anything, in my opinion, and actually with the VE, there's some other stuff that's on this gun, which actually makes it more expensive than this SD9 that I have here too. So how does that work, right? This is a compliant gun. So here's something I would say is if you are in a state like Oregon, right, where, you know, the gun dealers right now, because of the internet, they can ship to FFLs all over the country. So sometimes you'll go into a store and you'll see, like, say, a Glock 19, and it's a 10-round Glock 19. And you're like, well, I thought we could have more than 10 rounds here. Well, you can. But there's so many other states that have limited capacity that dealers, they're carrying everything because they're selling a ton of stuff online. So if somebody from a state where they had limited capacity of 10 rounds, doesn't mean that they can't just order it from a dealer that's has capacities of higher than 10 rounds. So this came out of the same gun shop, and one has that little indent there, and that maxes this magazine out at 10 rounds. Versus this one has no indent and goes all the way down to that 16 rounds. You know what? It's kind of funky. I've not seen this configuration without the 10 rounder. Now, say this was your only option, and you stumbled into the store, you love all the features and benefits of this. You see we got the safety flag there. And you go into the gun store and you like the high-vis sights, you like that it has the loaded chamber indicator as well, and say you like this color more than the gray on black, right? That's fine. The only downfall is it's a 10-round mag. Well, guess what? You can do. Go to the shelf, grab the 16-round mag and just buy it. Buy the mag, put it in, take these guys here, maybe, put them on your local forum and sell them if you're not gonna need them. So it's a very minimal upgrade. Obviously, no gunsmithing needed or anything like that to do what you want. So I brought this into the Spectrum, and we'll talk more about, like I said, features and benefits of this kind of platform versus the SD9. But you can probably see what I mean by being VE, value enhanced. These are actually MSRP higher than the regular SD9. Let's go over some first impressions. We have a SD9 black on gray. It looks very sharp. This I would consider a compact size gun, being that it has a 4-inch barrel and more of a compact length. However, it has more of your high-end, higher full-size capacity because it is 16 rounds. Most compacts out there you're going to find are like 15 rounds, some maybe 13. So it's kind of right in between, I'd say, a compact and a carry frame or size. It's chambered in 9mm. There is SDs chambered in 40 as well, if that's your flavor. Double stack, 16 rounds. You get 2 of those magazines with it, which is nice. And, of course, those magazines are quite easy to find. I think that the M2.0 9mm are going to be overall more popular because those are also more compared, a little more modern features that you would find than these. So I think that those magazines for the M2.0s are going to be a little bit more difficult to find than maybe these SD9 magazines. And you can also get extended magazines and stuff like that. There's no shortage of accessories that you can play around with on these guns if you want to deck them out. Barrel length, like I said, 4-inch barrel length, about proper for a compact or a carry. Overall length is 7.2 inches. The height is 5.6 inches. And your width is 1.3 inches. So a fairly thin gun. It's a little blocky. Weight is 22.4 ounces empty. And these have an MSRP of $395 to about $420 if you're going to go with like the fiber optic sight models. So not a huge variation there. I mean, that's only $35 to go to those high-vis sights, and that one also has the loaded chamber indicator. Now, my first impression of seeing this gun is it looks very reminiscent of a Gen 4 Glock. Now, if you do any type of research into this, you'll see that the SD is kind of like the successor to the Smith Wesson Sigma. And it was a decent gun. There were some shortcomings to it, which Smith Wesson has kind of overcome. But one of the big things you'll see is there was a lawsuit between Smith Wesson and Glock. And basically, if you take this gun apart, you'll see it is, especially the slide, the internals, it is very reminiscent of a Glock. I don't necessarily want to say, and I don't want to offend people saying that it is a Glock knockoff, but in all honesty, with Glock's reputation of reliability, functionality, is that really a bad thing? So if you're out on the market and you're seeing Glocks for $500-$600, and then you see this, and I've seen these in stores in the low 300s, 330, 340, it's like, oh man, you know, that's almost double the price to go to a Glock versus this. And these have a fairly good reputation. I like that it has the rail on the front. That's cool. So you got all sorts of accessories you can get. I mean, this gun has been in production for a while, and there's plenty of aftermarket stuff that you can do to it. So it certainly is not just a gun you can get as your first gun, and then you're going to throw it away and upgrade to a whole new platform. No, it's something that you can, you know, upgrade to your likings. I do like the big slide lock release. That's nice. It is not ambidextrous, so those of you who are southpaws, you know, that's something to keep in mind. Of course, the takedown on these is very reminiscent of a Glock. I do like the mag release. It's very easy to feel. It's got a nice tactile feel to it. It is not reversible, so it's on the left side of the gun, and that's it. And these are things that also keep in mind might, you know, be partially one of the reasons why this is less expensive than other ones. The costs associated with having extra features and benefits aren't quite there on these pistols, versus if you find a gun that's completely ambi, it's going to be more money. More feature benefits, more money. You get what you pay for, right? The grip on here I really do like. So when I grab this gun versus the two-tone stainless slide, there's something about this back strap and even the center part here of the palm swell that is a little bit softer, a little bit slicker. I'll take this magazine and I'll just run this on the back of it, and you'll probably be able to hear this. So you can hear that. Now listen to this one. It's very tactile. So there's something different about these, that this sounds sharp. It feels sharper and just a little bit more tactile, but not to the point where I would say if you're concealing this gun, it's going to bother your skin or it's going to tear up your shirt or something like that. And then on the palm swell here, same thing. You might even be able to see that this is a little bit more glossy, almost have it as if it's smoother. So you might be able to see that's a little bit more glossy on the black. And I don't think that it's necessarily just the color between the black and gray, but I feel that it might be just that texture. So a little bit more tactile as far as the gray one goes. So I do like that. And I'm super excited to take this to the range and do part 2, tell you guys all the fun feedback that I want to bestow upon you with my amateur reviews and with my mediocre vlog posting abilities. So stay tuned for that. Again, thank you so much to you Patreon supporters. You guys have been awesome. If you'd like to be a Patreon supporter of the channel, go down to the description below. We got the link there where you can check out exclusive content for what we call Beyond the Blue Shirt. And you can get entered in for the quarterly giveaway. And that's going to be the P365 FCU. And of course, visit nwarmory.com. Check them out. They're great sponsors of the channel. And xhunttargets.com to order some of those awesome reactive targets. Other than that, we'll see you next time here on the Concealed Carry channel. Thanks.
That was great.
Dual wield. Dual wield. Yeah. Yeah.